Hi everybody, I'm Kimberly Turner from cookingwithkimberly.com, and tonight I'm roasting up a turkey breast, but I'm going to adorn it, so to speak. It doesn't have all of the skin on it, so what I'm doing is I'm going to cover that with salami, hot, spicy salami, and then I'm going to wrap it in the outer leaves of my cabbage. Typically, when you buy cabbage, you throw out those outer leaves. So you can use it to wrap things. It'll help keep it all moist and everything all in there to roast, right? So that's our plan tonight. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get these outer leaves off, and I'm going to wash them in cold water. Okay, now these are nice and washed. Make sure you rinse these under cold water really, really well, because at the base of the outer leaves is typically where most of the dirt is, because they're kind of open. So, you know, these come from the ground, you gotta wash them off. So these are strictly going to be used to wrap it. I don't even think we're gonna actually eat them. You can if you want to, but they're usually a little bit more tough. So that's why we're just wrapping it, okay? So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pat this dry. So there's not a lot of moisture underneath there. I want that salami to become kind of its skin, so to speak. It's got all that nice fat in there. It's gonna melt and keep everything moist, as well as give it a lot of nice spice. It's a hot salami I'm using today. Now the hot nature of this salami doesn't come from a pepper, black pepper. It comes from like a chili pepper. So I'm gonna put a little bit of black pepper on here. I'm actually going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil as well, first, and a little bit inside my roasting tray. You could use butter if you want to, just like you would roast a turkey, but I'm doing with a little bit of an Italian flair today, so we're going with the olive oil. So coat up the roasting tray. I like to do that. You can spray it if you want to, but I'd rather use olive oil. Now I'm going to pick a couple leaves of basil out of my garden. I just rinsed them in some cold water. I'm just going to pat them dry because we want to keep things kind of drier in there. You want it to be more oily, not dry, wet in there, I should say. Okay. So I'm just going to scatter these over top of the turkey breast. It's a pretty large turkey breast, actually. Not sure how heavy it is. And I also picked some parsley. That's going to give some nice flavor. Okay, next thing's next. We're just going to lay the salami on top, covering all of it, just overlapping as you need. I guesstimated 6 pieces and grabbed myself an extra one just in case, and it's 6 pieces. That's for me for later. Okay, so now it's topped with the salami, okay? Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to wrap it in these leaves. So I'm gonna transfer it to the roasting pan, but not before I place some leaves to hold it. Okay. So in goes my turkey breast on top of a bed of cabbage, and I'm just going to cover it up, just like this. Check it out, it's kind of like a shell, right? I think that's all I need. I used four leaves of cabbage, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top, and it made like a little tent, like a home for it, okay? You could even go like that and make sure that it stays covered. So there we go. Now this lovely cabbage is an Ontario cabbage, and I got it at Harvest Barn Country Markets. I love that they have all this fresh produce from within about a 100-mile radius. They try and keep it so you get the freshest and the best and the yummiest stuff that you can from Ontario if you live here. Now they have 2 locations. One is in St. Catharines and one is in Niagara on the Lake. I got this at my Niagara on the Lake store. So I'm actually going to put a little bit more olive oil on the top of this, because I don't need my cabbage drying out. I'm just going to use a brush it all up, and I'm satisfied. That's going to be tasty. That salami has spice and all kinds of seasonings in it already, so I don't really need to do much with it. I don't like to put a whole lot of salt on my food, and if I do it on my plate after. So that's really all I needed, was that other little bit of pepper, just because I really like spicy hot pepper. So I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and in it goes. I'm going to get a aluminum foil piece out that I can put on there loosely after I see that this cabbage is really, you know, drying out or it's starting to brown too much. So just keep your eye on it. I'm gonna check this breast probably every 10-20 minutes. I need it to be cooked all the way through to the bone. I need no pink juices to be running, and we're gonna check that and just make sure. I also have a meat thermometer and we'll deal with it then. So I'm gonna put it in right now for 30 minutes. And I'm gonna come back and check out how things are going, and I'll show you too. It's kind of nice because in the salami, you're gonna see that it has nice little fat pieces. So that fat's gonna render and it's going to keep everything nice and juicy. But it's also going to impart a lot of its flavor. So we're gonna get a lot of the flavor coming out with the fat. It's gonna be awesome, I'm so excited. This is a nice, hot, spicy salami. Okay, so at about 20 minutes, my cabbage looks like it's shrinking and getting drier, and I don't want that to happen. I can hear and see the nice fats coming out of the salami and probably a little bit of that turkey breast as well. So now is the time to go ahead and put this aluminum foil on top. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil on here so it doesn't stick. All right, so I'm just gonna loosely make a little kind of sleeve, and we're going to throw it back in. But it's going well. Okay, so this turkey's been in for another 20 minutes. We're going to check it out here. I'm also going to put my meat thermometer in now. Now the minimum safe cooking temperature, the minimum temperature for a turkey breast is 165, so the government says. So we're going to go with that. And I'm going to insert this into the deepest part, center part of the breast, so we can get an accurate reading from the center. I'd say that's about it. So we're not even, I don't think we're near what we'd want to be. So we're going to put it back in, but I wanted to show you. Another 20 minutes has gone by, and I'm still going to loosely put this over top. So put your meat thermometer in now so that you can have an accurate reading. You could have done it from the beginning, but you don't have to. Okay, so this turkey's been in for an hour. I'll get a more accurate reading of the temperature now. Okay, we have a ways to go. So I'm going to keep this covered because I don't want the cabbage browning any more than it already is. So we're going to keep this nice and covered. We're going to continue cooking. It's got a little while to go. So I'm going to put it in probably for another 30 minutes and then we'll check it again. Okay, I have a suspicion that we're probably close to done. Now I like to rest my turkey breast, my turkey period, for 5 minutes after it's done, just to let all the juices like relax before we start slicing it. I'm also doing as a side dish, I'm doing blue potatoes and broccoli salad with a lovely basic vinaigrette. It's gonna be lovely alongside this, so let's check this temperature, and we're right where we need to be. So this is what she looks like right now. The cabbage did a lovely job at protecting it. I have nice juice at the bottom. See that? And now I'm just gonna let it sit for 5 minutes. And as well, my side dish should be done about the same time. So make sure you check out that recipe, it's gonna be delicious. So I'm just gonna leave this with the tent on. Okay, we're ready to get this turkey sliced and ready. Our side dish is gonna be another like 5 minutes, so by the time I'm done this, we'll be ready to eat. Okay, here's the turkey. And I'm just going to move it over to here so we can better access it. Now we can safely take this out. I'm going to take the cabbage off, see how it's protected it. It's cooked up, but you're not going to eat that, okay? I'm going to unwrap this present. I'm going to show you how gorgeous it looks right now. It smells amazing. That's with the cabbage off of it. You can see you can serve it or bring it right to the table like that. It's really a beautiful presentation. Now you can also make a pan gravy if you like at this point. I'm just going to move it over here so I can get at it better. That's really lovely. It's really a pretty looking piece of meat that you can be proud to bring to a crowd even at a dinner table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually leave the salami where it is because it's just kind of, it's stuck on and it's happy where it's at. So we're going to leave it. And I'm just going to slice this breast as best I can for everybody to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Look at that meat. It's perfectly done through. It is so juicy because we let it rest. You're just gonna cut it right off that breast. Boom, underneath there. I can smell the basil. I can smell that parsley. Gorgeous. Look at this. Oh my goodness, heavens. This is really, really juicy meat, I have to tell you. I gotta show this to you. Look at how juicy that meat is. You can see the juice in it. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now I'm gonna grab myself a little piece right here while I'm carving, because I can't wait to try it. Perfectly cooked. Lovely seasoning. Very, very succulent. That salami didn't give a total salami taste, but what it's done is it's really infused some nice spice into this meat, deep down. Lovely. I'm so pleased with this. Can't even tell you. What a great idea. So I'm gonna slice this up for everybody. And make sure you check out the recipe, the show for the side dish, which is gonna be a roasted broccoli and blue potato salad with a vinaigrette. Awesome. You have a nice bit of meat here. You could probably serve 4 people, 5 people off of one breast. So that looks like enough for me right now. For all of us. I'm gonna leave this salami all mixed in. I'm not mad at that at all. It's gorgeous. Put some on my plate. Ugh. You're gonna be happy, happy to get this. I'm telling you. Look at that, and it's really pretty to look at with the flecks of the basil and the parsley coming through, and that nice bit of salami. Oh, come on. Come on now. Let's see how we can enjoy this. Oh. That's a winner. Winner turkey dinner. Now, if you made mashed potatoes on the side, you can cover it with the pan gravy or just those juices. They're fantastic. If you made rice on the side, you're gonna be a happy camper to drizzle that on. I'm telling you. So that's how you do it. That's how you do a salami-topped, cabbage-wrapped, roasted turkey breast in the oven. Fantastic. All right, make sure you check me out. Follow me on Twitter at Cooking with Kim, E with a capital E. Like the fan page at facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are on ifood.tv/cookingwithkimberly and youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly. And my site is cookingwithkimberly.com. That's it, that's all. Be a champion in your kitchen and eat deliciously. Bye.